The courtesies have been performed.
It seems like we're ready. Now we just have to get out. See? I told you I'd help you. Stop. Do you remember our deal? You need to help me evade capture. That judge? I can taste that. That thing attached to her is the tricky part. Forget about the judge. Just get us both out of here.
It's you! I finally found another living soul! I'm so happy! I thought I was gonna be stuck here forever. I'm so happy to see you. Have you seen Miss Gwayniphen? I still haven't found her. Is she gonna be okay?
Give it up. Gwayniphen was probably eaten by the Heliobi already.
Huh? How can that be? If that could happen to someone as lively as Miss Gwayniphen, that means I'm in even more danger.
Why don't you take a guess?
You can find the way out, right? Please take me with you.
Oh, not this again. You're a judge of the Ten Lords Commission. Why are you always begging others for help?
You know I'm not cut out to be a judge. I thought maybe if I worked long enough in the Ten Lords Commission, I'd get braver. But now, I know it's impossible.
Useless brat. Why was I sealed in with someone like you?
You talk tough all day long, then let both of us get stuck in a trap. Who's the useless brat now?
There's no point in following me. I'm leaving, and you're not coming with me. Goodbye.
No! Please don't leave! Wait, please!
Beast? From a taxonomic perspective, I believe you're closer to that definition.
The Ten Lords Commission needs to overhaul their hiring criteria. How did someone as useless as you ever become a judge?
Hey, cut it out! I'm the only one around here who gets to tell this kid off. Me and those other judges. Got that? Wait. Hold on. I smell something familiar. Cirrus, it's you. Still a fan of your pathetic ventriloquist act, I see.
This is funny! This is just too funny. I thought you'd already escaped the furnace's destiny of torture. Who would have thought that a piece of Ignomar the Great, the fragment with the most fight in it, would become a guard dog sealed inside a crybaby? Oh, forgive me. Did I say guard dog? No. That won't do. You're just a guard dog's tail, right? Just a tail. A tail. A tail!
Laugh while you can, coward. I'm gonna swallow you whole the second you leave that girl's body.
Terrifying! The joke's on you. You couldn't leave that judge's body if you tried. You can't eat her, let alone escape from her. Mr. Tail, you're pathetic.
Darn it. Think of something, you wimp.
Oh, Miss Trailblazer, take this talisman and stick it to your body. It'll temporarily suppress the Heliobus's influence.
Hey, girl! Say something nice to Huahua. Her crying is like a mosquito in my ear.
Oh, what a feast! Human emotions are simply delicious. Your sorrowful tears are like bottles of potent wine. I'm simply enjoying my freedom. Didn't you use the talisman already? I'm tame as a kitten. Now, don't forget about our deal. I will leave only once I've got what I wanted. Of course. Surely you don't think I've left you just because you can see me. So naive.
Cirrus talks nothing but nonsense. But even so, Wahwa has a sensitive heart. Yes, which is why she needs other organic beings like you to support her. Roam free? Is that what you call this? You think I'd be here playing house with you numbskulls if I could fly away? What are you staring?
It's not your fault. It was that bad heliobus making us fight. Someone as nice as you wouldn't say such mean things. Only a possession would make you act like that. Still, what the heliobus said was true. I've always been shy and scared. My life's been a nightmare ever since Tail possessed me. When I was at school, people were always asking why my tail was on fire. Everywhere I went, people would notice.
Oh, so it's all my fault. If you just let me devour you at the start, I could have spared you the trouble.
Then I got into the Ten Lords Commission. Everyone there is weird, so I thought I'd found somewhere I belonged. But the job is too dangerous. I have to fight demons and ghosts and bad guys every day. I'm just not cut out for it. If I make it back alive, I'm handing in my resignation. Who thought making a heliophobe with a heliobus in her tail hunt heliobi was a good idea? I'm sorry. I've been so useless. Really?
You hear that? Stop crying. You're useful. And your paper dolls are useful too. Oh, I've had enough of this. As soon as I swallow that coward Cirrus, I'm gonna devour this little crybaby too.
What a pity that Mr. Tail is nothing like he used to be. If we still had our old power, we could forget about this maze and devour its creator, Furynox.
Your old power?
Well, Mr. Tail, seems she knows nothing about your past. Little Missy, do you know why the heliobi are gathered in this abandoned garden instead of seizing human habitations?
Team building?
Because over 1,000 years ago, this very garden was the site of an epic battle between the general of the Luofu and the great heliobus Ignimar. Now that the furnace is broken and the heliobi have escaped, fragments like us, who once constituted Ignimar the whole, have returned here with a desire to challenge the general again. The battle between the general and Ignimar was an earth-shaking contest of devastating proportions. Ignimar underwent countless transformations, causing floods, fires, and thunderous landslides. They were locked in a standoff. An evenly matched fight.
Evenly matched? Really?
The general who fought for the Luofu against the heliobus was named Tang Xiao.
The Ten Lords Commission records say that Ignimar was soundly defeated by General Tang Xiao.
Of course the human records would flatter their general. The great Ignimar absorbed the power of countless fellow heliobi. But ultimately we heliobi could never condense into physical form after that. great Ignimar absorbed the power of countless fellow Heliobi, but ultimately underestimated human deceit. They were narrowly defeated by the General. We Heliobi could never condense into physical form after that battle. We scattered into fragments and were sealed into the creation furnace. After that battle, we scattered into fragments. But there's an exception to everything. Mr. Tail, I thought you'd escaped to freedom. Who could have guessed you'd be sealed in this tiny Foxian girl? Humiliating.
Sealed my foot? My power was weak when I ran into this fox child. It was bad luck, nothing more.
When I was littler, I saw a ball of fire that looked like it was about to turn to embers. I felt sorry for it, so I picked it up and put it on my tail. And then, Mr. Tail tried to eat me! If the judges hadn't arrived, it would have been over!
Bah, I did no such thing! You're barely big enough to be an appetizer!
All the pain I've suffered since I met you must be retribution for my stupidity back then!
Hilarious! It's a pity Mr. Tail didn't devour you. He might have recovered his power and turned the Xianzhou upside down, just like Ignimar did. Why? Does there have to be a reason? The official answer is that the Xianzhou is sealing Heliobi in a cage and forcing them to supply energy to the ship. In reality, however, we just want to fight the General and see what the Xianzhou is truly made of. We Heliobi were carefree life forms, but were tainted with the illness of humanity once we came into contact with it. It's humanity's fault for having such intense emotions and desires. Now we can never return to the purity of our past. I want to be free again. I want to return to the cosmos. Mr. Tail, you don't want to regroup with the fragments? You don't want to be her tail forever? Why don't you return with me to the great beyond?
Don't get ahead of yourself, Cirrus.
That's impossible. Mr. Tail was sealed by the judges of the Ten Lords Commission. He can't escape, and neither can you. Ah! That door just opened on its own! I feel much safer with you here. Still feel like I'm gonna faint, though.
The door will not open without the proper curtain. The door will not open. The door will not open without the proper The door will not open. The door will not open. The door will not open without the... The door will not open. The door will not open with... The door will not open. 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 The door will not open.
Keep at it.
The door will not open without... The door will not open. The door will not open. The courtesies have been performed.
Look! There's a mirror behind the door!
Didn't I see a similar mirror when I was dragged in?
That sound. Hua, this way.
What's going on? There's a voice in the... That voice sounds familiar.
Hua, are you in the mirror? I finally found you.
Madam Shrey?
Fixtral Garden has been enveloped by an unknown power. You must be careful.
We still haven't found Miss Gwainifin. I don't know where she went.
The task at hand is to save you from this illusion. Come, pass through the mirror and come to our side.
Are we above Fixtral Garden?
So many bronze mirrors. Could it be that...
You're right, girl. This place is changing. It's trying to stop us from escaping.
But one of these mirrors must contain the exit, right? Let's check them all.
Hua, sweetie. Come to Big Sister Shuo Yi.
Ugh, yuck! That judge would never say something.
Let's go look at the next mirror.
This is the exit, you useless
Madam Shrey can be a bit of a meanie, but she'd never talk to me like that.
Constructive credit!
Let's go look at the other mirrors.
The situation in Fixtral Garden is getting worse. Why have you not left?
Over here. That sounds like the
The real Madame Shuyi. I see. Do not be afraid.
But...
You must trust.
But...
Hua, sweetie.
Ugh, yuck!
Let's go look at the...
The situation in...
Over here. That's...
The real... I see. You must trust. Hurry, Hua. Pass through the mirror and come to me.
Wait. I want to ask if you... So, we're gonna... But...
Hurry, Hua.
Wait. I want...
Hanya is my younger sister, but this alone cannot prove who I am. By decree of the Ten Lords, Spiritfarer Hua is skilled and diligent. I still remember the decree for her promotion.
That's her! This has to be Madame Shrey behind the mirror. So, we're gonna...
Mirrors again! What a surprise!
Come here, Hua. Come through the mirror.
I need to ask you some questions.
Her caution is a skill all judges of the Ten Lords Commission should possess.
Ha! That's a funny way of describing cowardice. Nauseating.
It's the most powerful fragment of Ignimar's demise. Who would have guessed it still contained...
Ha! You've given the game away.
So... but... this isn't the right place. We picked the wrong bronze mirror. We already passed through this mirror. The Madame Shrey behind this mirror is...
Hurry, Huahua. This should be the last mirror.
I need to ask you some questions. So, where... but... this isn't the right place.
Come here, Huahua.
I need to ask you...
Her tail will be extracted and suppressed after the...
You fraud.
So... I'm not the best judge of things.
Not.
None of them show Madame Shrey.
That puppet judge never respected me.
I've spent a long time working with Madame Shrey. She's always known that I'm scared and timid, but she never told me off.
The Ten Lords Commission never cared a wink about your frail constitution. You're the only one who makes a big deal about it. And as long as you don't drag me down, I don't really care how much of a coward you are either.
Tail?
Hey, get away from me! See? People say good things about you. What are you gonna do about it?
The illusion wants to keep us in, but it can't possibly keep expanding its borders forever. I think there's gotta be a fourth mirror somewhere. I think there's a mirror on that floating island. Oh, could I crawl my way there?
Quit stalling and get on with it! Ha! I didn't think you'd be able to. All these years and you finally started to grow up a bit.
Hurry, Huahua. This should be the last mirror.
I don't want to go back the way we came, but I need to ask some questions about myself to make sure.
It is merely a sealed heliobus. A tool carrying out the will of the Ten Lords.
I may not like it, but that is how she sees me.
Let's go! This... Are we back in Fixtral Garden?
You've returned safely. It seems the Ten Lords Commission is not down on our luck today.
Madame Shrey, I'm so happy to see you're all right!
Did you encounter anything strange on your way here?
No wonder she's a judge. Very perceptive.
I understand. This isn't the time to deal with Cirrus. Fixtral Garden has been dragged into a powerful illusion by an even mightier heliobus, and the Spiritfarers who went to suppress it have lost contact with me. Huahua, if both Hanya and I are unable to suppress that demon, then you will have to defeat it.
Huh? I won't be able to do it! I'm not as powerful as you two! I always run and hide before a battle.
Do not underestimate yourself. A heliobus cannot possess a body that is already possessed by another heliobus. Such is your absolute advantage as a judge. Correct. However, Huahua has had many more years of training and is more experienced in fighting heliobi than you. That is why the Ten Lords Commission is not down on our luck today. We're lucky that you have all returned at this opportune time.
You hear that, scaredy cat? You're the ace of the Ten Lords Commission!
The heliobi are aggressive beings, but they cannot shake their desire for a flesh and blood body. And yet, during the 38 years you have worked for the Ten Lords, you have been constantly able to suppress the monster within your tail and maintain your personality. You are already a fitting judge. Be confident. On that point, none of the other judges can surpass you.
Suppress the monster. Oh, but I don't think I've ever had to suppress Tail. I guess we're more like friends?
Friends? Ugh! I don't make friends with food!
Mr. Tail, puny fragments like us were deprived of Ignimar's power long ago. If a little girl can subdue us, then perhaps it's time for some humility.
Shut your trap!
Though Fury Nox is powerful, we have a chance of suppressing them if we can break them into multiple fragments.
You have a sound plan, Your Honor. And since the stage is set, allow me to offer my assistance. Let's find somewhere more open first. Like Swallow Song Pavilion, over there.
Let's go.